So good morning, everybody, and welcome to the debut inaugural Movement Lab. And I thought I'd spend a couple minutes to talk about where this came from and the motivations and the vision, and then we'll jump into the doing of it. And so my plan is this will be a course that's ongoing. My hope is it can stay plugged in on Tuesday mornings. There's certain things out of my control in that regard, namely my coursework. But this is a course I really want to unpack and to explore. And so the origin to the genesis is that I think that through the body, there's a very profound way to access the mind. And in yoga, we've explored that bidirectionality, and I think in a very compelling way. And I think the evidence is really compelling that by intelligent work in the body, we can influence the mind in a very compelling way. And we can also learn how to harness the mind in order to affect healing in the body. And I think those are both things that are really quite powerful and quite profound. But one of the things that we're starting to see is that people who have done a lot of yoga for quite a long time, we're starting to see an uptick of inflammatory problems. And it could be tendonitis, it could be chronic pain, it could be just as simple as the lower back hurts. But I've been noticing this over the last few years, a real steady creep. And at first I thought, well, maybe it's just me and maybe it's just the community. And now I'm part of a group online, a chat group of 7,000 yoga teachers, and this is going on all over the world. And people are going so far as to say is that, they're wondering out loud, is there a half-life for yoga being your primary movement form? And some people are actually suggesting what's the number of years that they're seeing where people do a lot of yoga before they start to get these fairly persistent inflammatory problems, chronic injuries, chronic aches and pains, before they then have to start and shift and do other things. So the jury is entirely out. We have no idea what's going on. It doesn't happen to everybody. Some people do yoga for 40, 50 years and they thrive. They do great. But we are seeing a pretty significant population that they hit some threshold, and the yoga, their body is kind of pushing back and saying, I want something more, I need something more. And this class really is the answer, or almost more like the proactive, what can we take from yoga that has really worked for us? And to do this in a way that we can keep doing these body-mind disciplines for as long as we really want to. And in my opinion, a lot of it is about shifting the focus a little bit more towards strength. This is not going to be a weightlifting class, obviously, so we're not doing a sea change, a radical shift. But if you were to characterize Movement Lab, it's going to be bring the awareness that we've cultivated from yoga into some different activities that are going to be a little bit more geared toward developing strength and developing stability in the body. So that's sort of the short introduction.